Have you ever felt something so strange in your body that you thought, this can't be normal? A sharp pain when eating something cold, an ear that suddenly feels blocked, an eye that won't stop twitching, skin that feels like it has a life of its own. The curious thing is, it's not a disease. It's not something rare. It happens to almost all humans. Today, we're going to talk about what I call everybody glitches, small temporary body malfunctions that are actually normal biological responses. When you understand why they happen, fear disappears and something much more powerful appears: understanding. Brain freeze, why it hurts so much and so fast. Brain freeze happens when something very cold touches the palate. Blood vessels constrict suddenly. Seconds later, they dilate. The brain interprets this rapid change as urgent pain. But pay attention, the pain is not in the brain, it's in the nerves of the palate and throat. The brain only translates the signal. That's why it hurts a lot, it lasts a short time, and goes away on its own. How to avoid it? Eat or drink cold things more slowly and press your tongue against the palate to warm it. Ear popping. What really happens inside the ear? Inside your ear, there is air pressure. When you go up in a plane, elevator, or mountain, external pressure changes. Internal pressure takes time to adapt. The ear feels blocked because the eustachian tube is closed. When it pops, it opens, balances the pressure, normal hearing returns. It's not a malfunction, it's an automatic adjustment of the auditory system. That's why this works: yawning, swallowing saliva, or chewing gum. Jaw popping. Why the jaw makes a click. The jaw is not just a bone, it's a complex joint with a disc, muscles, and ligaments. When there is stress, bruxism, emotional tension, poor neck posture, that disc can move slightly and return to its place, making the famous click. If it doesn't hurt, it's usually benign. If it hurts or locks, it deserves evaluation. It's the body saying, I'm carrying too much tension. Skin crawling sensation. Why you feel ants. This sensation happens when the nervous system is overstimulated, sends incorrect signals to the skin. Common causes: anxiety, prolonged stress, hormonal changes, lack of sleep. The skin is a huge sensory organ. It has thousands of receptors. When the brain is tired or anxious, it interprets non-existent stimuli. It's not imagination, it's nervous hypersensitivity. Deep breathing and rest help a lot. Eye floaters, what those shadows really are. Inside the eye, there is a gel-like liquid. Over time, it becomes less uniform. Small particles form. When light enters, those particles cast shadows. You see them as floating dots or threads. They're usually harmless. Pay attention only if they appear suddenly, they come with flashes, or they increase very quickly. Motion sickness. Why the brain gets confused. Dizziness happens because of an internal conflict. Your senses say different things. Your eyes see movement. Your inner ear senses stability. Your body isn't actively moving. The brain thinks, this doesn't match. Poisoning? And activates nausea, sweating, and dizziness. It's an ancient defense mechanism. That's why this helps. Looking at the horizon, sitting in the front, avoiding screens. Leg cramps, why the muscle locks up. A cramp is an involuntary and sustained contraction. It happens when there's lack of water, there's lack of minerals, there's muscle fatigue, there's poor circulation. The muscle contracts but doesn't receive the signal to relax. That's why it hurts so much. Stretching releases it. Hydration and stretching prevent it. Eye twitching, when the eye asks for rest. Eye twitching happens because of nervous overload, excess caffeine, lack of sleep, visual stress. The facial nerve becomes hyperactive and sends involuntary impulses. It's not dangerous, it's a fatigue warning. Sleeping better usually solves it. Your body isn't broken, it's not failing, it's talking. These glitches are brief messages, not system errors. When you understand them, fear goes down, anxiety decreases, self-care increases. Which of these glitches happens to you most often? Which one surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments and tell me if you want a second part. See you in the next video.